Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Goal 50.
Check, 45's the mic. Check, 45's the mic.
Hey, they scared.
72.
From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
45.
Alabama, 380.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. 4 down.
Shotgun
Check.
now for
Crunch.
Brady.
Crunch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Alert flare.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Good job.
A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers 7, Vikings nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
97's the mic.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Bus stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, get in the way.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Don't be mad.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Let's go.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
At the 35-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Not today.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Check 380.
Check Mike 45.
Watch twist. Sugar.
From the gun, Brady. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up the 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Let's bring it.
Now Prescott. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Get that ball, D. Let's
After
get that ball.
7-0 on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go.
Wait 20.
There, right there. 54 Mike. Who that?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards.
To number 46. A gain of 12. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Check. 45's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
Alabama.
Brady now on first down.
you don't want it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Man, I got you.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 66.
To throw again. Brady. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Wait, set.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right. Let's go.
Again, it's Brady.
Hey, let's get there.
Airing this one out for Evans. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
You mine.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Buying time to his left. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
97. 97's the mic.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll run for it with Cook. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
I'm coming after you. Check 20.
He's going to get it running right.
Go,
and he will take this one into
run
the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bucs take over.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Go, run, run, run.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Yeah, baby.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
45, 45,
Maybe not
45,
so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to fire this thing, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He juked him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Wait, that wide, 80.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, punk.
What he hit? Hot.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the...
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
I'm going to come back to you. Check.
On play action, now Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Brady now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's now 2nd and
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
All day, every day, any day.
Check it, reload.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Hey, ball 66.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go,
so the ball moves from one 38 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
That's it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Good work, boys.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6
Again, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Take 4, take 4.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bailey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know,
Come on, baby.
That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day. All day.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady, he completes it to Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next the score, Buccaneers 21, Vikings 10. Bradley Pinion.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you know,
He's got daylight past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score.
Here we go, 46.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now. They're right back in this game. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Get out here. That's how we do it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Right there.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays.
Right there.
Really hurts the team on defense.
54 Mike.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Let's go, get excited, let's go,
Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, here's Jones. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Come on, D.
Throwing, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Yeah, baby.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go.
Hey, check.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on
Check it out,
fourth.
Reed.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled
Come on
inside
now,
the
let's
40,
go.
not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run. Cook takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook.
Here I come again.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Get ready.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Mike, check. Watch 54. Watch
26.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken
You better
down.
talk to your boy.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Cut. Check
He's
3.
back
Check
to
3.
throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fresno.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Again, it's Jones. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one